Hello.
Okay, this is totally out of the script. Do you remember me?
Yes.
Oh, that is that is the best thing I could hear. You made my day. Let's pack up.
I remember. A lot of
Thank you.
team member.
That's awesome. That's awesome, sir. Hello, my fellow YouTubers. Who we have here is a wonderful person, as I remember from my memories of animation days back in 2007 when I was working for DQ Entertainment in Hyderabad. Okay, our office it was situated below Annapurna Studios, so that's where we were. And who, we have a very important guest today. He is Mr. Jerome Djeh Hereng, and he was my project lead for the project SKYLAND when we worked for the currently closed DQ Entertainment Hyderabad office. Yes, we
Oh,
have our art director who worked in world acclaimed projects for our interview here. Very humble and down to earth person, I could remember from my memory lane. He started his career as a generalist in animation and has been part of numerous television series, movies, games, and advertising. Features films like Despicable Me and Minions, game trailers like the PS5 announcement and opening trailer of Demo Soul, series like Star Wars Rebels, produced in pre-render as well as numerous cinematics for Legend of Ranetra in game engine or few of his projects to tell you as an example of his work. He has been associated with many companies, to name couple of them: McGuff Line, and currently associated with Sparks in Vietnam. Yes, he is from Vietnam. His skills include visual effects of Autodesk Maya, side effects Houdini, Adobe Photoshop, Foundry Nuke, Adobe Premiere, Autodesk Mental Ray, and Arnold. So, why we are here? We are here to discuss few things with an experienced manager in the field of animation about how much of CGI, as in computer graphics, knowledge is essential for the new age content creators. Thanks to him for making this meeting in such a short notice. Vanakkam, sir. Welcome. This is how we greet from my land. So, without further
thank,
ado, let's get into the interview. Sir, do you have anything to say as a starter?
thank you. Thank you to invite me. It's my pleasure to be here and to reunite after many years. We follow a little bit each other on social media, but we can see each other since almost how long now?
Almost 1.5
15,
decades.
15 years.
That's
That's
amazing.
true.
Time flies
That's
by.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
really happy to be
pleasure
there.
is mine. A total pleasure is mine. Amazing. So, very honored actually. That's how I feel today. Let's get into the first question.
Hmm.
Okay. As an experienced manager, what do you feel or think about these new age contents found on platforms like YouTube, Vimeo, Patreon, Nebula, Twitter or Facebook, such as short videos, reels, TikTok videos, or if you even consider long format videos, documentaries, interviews, etc., etc. Which ones do you
Mhm.
like, and how do you find the content?
I feel that this new age content are a great way to showcase creativity,
Mm-hmm.
talent,
Mm-hmm.
and diversity.
Mm-hmm.
They also offer a lot of opportunity for learning and collaboration
Mm-hmm.
and feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So I consume a variety of content depending on my mood and interest.
Mm-hmm.
But I mostly watch short video, reel,
Mm-hmm.
TikTok naturally,
Yeah.
video for entertainment and inspiration. But I'm looking, sometimes just to relax myself or sometimes to have something related to um, learning and personal development.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So you find such contents to, like grow yourself and
Mm.
acquire knowledge from every source that you could find on the internet. That's amazing. Good to learn, good to know, and also learn from. So, what do you think? What kind of knowledge is necessary for creating such online content, as in videos?
To create such a video, I think that one needs to have like a good sense of storytelling,
Mm-hmm.
design,
Mm-hmm.
and animation.
Mm-hmm.
One also need to be familiar with the tool and platform that
Mm-hmm.
are used for creating and sharing such content,
Mm-hmm.
and such a video editing software, social media apps, and streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be a little bit broad, but I mean, we have a lot of options that are now much more easy to, like, are free and maybe easy to access. So, but you need a good range of skill, naturally, if you want to be like a one army main that
True.
it
Yeah.
depends how you organize yourself or if you want to collaborate with other. That's
Yeah, I can understand your approach as a generalist now. That's awesome.
mm.
Sir, what would you think it's an appropriate hardware for content creation? A mobile phone or a tablet like iPad or computers and laptops and or all of them?
I think that the appropriate hardware for such content creation depend on the type and the quality of the content that you want to create.
Mm-hmm.
For simple and casual content, maybe mobile and tablet device may be sufficient,
Mm-hmm.
but for more complex and professional content,
Mm-hmm.
computer may be necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally use all three depending on the project and the workflow.
Oh, that's amazing. So you have utilities and applications from all these devices for your projects. Oh, that's amazing. Sir, can you name few of your applications that you use, as in like in phone or tablet or computers to,
Mm.
help your projects in daily life?
Some of the application that I use for project on mobile device or tablet are Procreate, Flip, that is good for 2D animation,
Awesome.
Adobe Photoshop,
Mm-hmm.
Adobe Premiere Rush.
Mm-hmm.
They are easy to use and have a lot of feature and function that are useful for drawing,
Mm-hmm.
animating,
Mm-hmm.
and editing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, sir. That's amazing. So you have license for everything.
Sorry?
Do you use licensed application as in like for the 3D
Uh,
softwares and other things on your home?
Yes, yes. It depends if it's some. I try to license the maximum. Sometimes you can try. It depends. If you're in your trying period, you have some software that
Oh, yeah.
allow you to have some sort of apprentice version or trial version. But
Mm-hmm.
but yes, if you like it, I recommend you to pay and benefit for those company.
Awesome, 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 sir. So, quick question: you are a Windows user or a Mac user?
I prefer Windows because I find it more compatible and flexible with the software and hardware that I use.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the customization and performance option that Windows offer. And I've been working into Windows environment since I'm working in the 3D field.
Oh yeah, I do recollect my DQ days. It's all Windows machine.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So my next question is going to be a little silly then. I know viewport inside the 3D applications when you load million particles and everything, would be slower in a Mac machine. Have you tried any of the new Apple silicons for your projects or the expertise that you kind of apply? And do
Mm.
you have any of them in your office, Sparks?
I have not used the new Apple Silicon machine, so I cannot comment on their capability or limitation.
Okay.
I do not have any of them in my office,
Mm-hmm.
as we mostly use Windows-based machine for our project.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be interesting to try them out and see how they compare to the traditional machine.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So this is out of the script actually. Do you have any Xbox or PlayStation in your office to kill time sometimes when
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We have precision that are bought by the company to try again to still keep ourselves the artists updated about the new release, the new game, so they can play at the office
That's
during the break.
super cool. You must be a cool boss, as I remember. Sir, as a generalist, can you please help us line up the work in a field of animation? As in, like when the first idea is born, and then you take it to storyboards, and many in between things to VFX to compositing to editing table to the final out. Can you line up that process?
Okay, I will try that. So first, you need an ID.
Mm-hmm.
I think I brainstorm and research for the concept and theme of the project,
Mm-hmm.
and write down the main ID and the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Then after you can move to a storyboard stage
Mm-hmm.
where you sketch out the scene and the shot of the project
Mm-hmm.
and add note and annotation for the camera, lighting, and sound, or
Mm-hmm.
any useful information that you would like to add.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can start to have some sort of pre-visualization stage where you create a roof 3D animation of the project.
Mm-hmm.
We call that also layout,
Mm-hmm.
using low poly model and simple texture
Mm-hmm.
to test the timing, the pacing, the composition of the shot. Then after you go to the modeling stage where you create all the 3D model of the character, props, environment using reference image and sketches or concept and add detail and texture to them. Then you need the rigging to add bones and control to the 3D model to make them ready for animation and deformation.
Mm-hmm.
And then come the animation department that will animate the 3D model using keyframe, curve, and expression to create the motion and emotion of the character and object.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the VFX, which is my core specialty. So my initial long-term specialty.
Of
I add the
course.
visual effect to the project such as particle, fluid, fire, smoke, etc.
Mm-hmm.
using simulation, script, and plugin sometimes. And
Mm-hmm.
you also have the compositing when you combine the render image and video with FX and adjust the color, contrast, and brightness
Mm-hmm.
to create the final look of the project. And then you have the editing to edit all the final video using transition, cut, and music to create the rhythm and flow of the project. And then after you have the output, where you export the final video using the appropriate format, resolution, and compression to make it ready for distribution and delivery.
That's amazing, sir. Thanks for lining up everything in appropriate order, and like for like people who is going to watch this for the very first time who are not familiar with the animation field, that will be really really helpful. Thank you so much.
I will be happy if it's helpful.
Obviously, it's going to be. I have no doubt on that, sir. Are you familiar with any of the open source softwares? Can you recommend anything for the content creators? As in, like many
Yeah,
content creators don't have much capital to invest. Like
this
they
is
want to survive with what is available and deliver best content possible. So.
I think some of the open source software that I suggest for the content creator are Blender.
Mm-hmm.
This is like it's become more and more efficient and comparable with the licensing the software like Maya
Oh.
or even Houdini.
Oh.
You have also something called Krita. You have GIMP, that is like the equivalent of Photoshop, Audacity, and DaVinci Resolve for editing. So they are free, powerful, and versatile, and can handle most of the tasks they are required for content creation, such as 3D modeling, animation, painting, image editing, sound editing, and video editing.
Thank you so much, sir. That's quite a lot of list. I was expecting too much on 3D, but you gave a wonderful software blender. It has everything. You can do video editing in that as well. As in, like, you can line up things. That's awesome. Thank you so much, sir. And do you integrate AI tools for your projects, as in with 3D softwares and?
This depend not. It's more some research because we to help. For the moment, we don't have the right to as is still the IP is still concerned with AI, where it's coming from. So for the moment, we are not allowed to using directly in the product that we deliver for the project.
I understand.
But we can integrate AI tool in some of projects, especially for tasks that are tedious, repetitive, and time consuming. So some of the tool that can be used like Deep Face Lab. So this is a tool that uses deep learning to create realistic face swap and manipulation in video. You can create digital double, face replacement, and facial expression. So maybe for content creator, that's something that could be interesting.
Awesome.
And you have Runaway ML. This is like a tool that uses machine learning to create various effects and transformation in image and video.
Wow.
So you can use it to create style transfer, colorization, super resolution, and segmentation. And you have EB Sync. That this tool is that use artificial neural network to create synthesized painting from image and video. So you can use it to create artistic and expressive background and environment.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Are these tools available for everyone? As in, like, you have free trial period, or you need to subscribe to them, or something like that?
Yeah, you need to have some sort of subscription if you want to have access to the full capability and output of the tool.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So you do use Adobe Photoshop's regenerative fill? Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's my level of AI for now with content creation. So
Firefly.
yeah.
It's amazing.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, do you work in any live action projects? Do you think like knowledge about cameras, motion picture cameras, would be, essential for content creators? I saw you using some Nikon D7000 or something, and so do you use it to collect textures or to understand blocking layouts? You know.
I did mostly work on full CG project, but I did work on few live action projects, and I did find them like challenging and also rewarding. I think that like knowing about camera may it's still like it be still camera or motion picture camera will help in animation field as it will improve the understanding of cinematography, perspective, and lighting. So I do own the DSLR camera, which I use for taking reference photo and video, and for capturing HD image for lighting. So I would recommend a camera that has a good sensor, lens, and resolution, so they can shoot in RAW format.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good to know. Thank you, sir. I had my learning vice versa. I couldn't afford a camera back then, so I applied my knowledge of animation using the learning about the aperture, focal length, and all that, and into photography. Thank you. That's a good learning as well. Sir, do you think a chrome ball is necessary when you're doing live action? Is it possible for any commoner to own one?
It depends because usually it's when you want to match 3D with live action, so you need crumble and you need the what how you call that the color palette reference that you to make sure that after your color are true. And it is mostly to integrate because with the crumble you have an idea of the lighting is kind of capture a 360 180
Yeah.
degree of the full scene, but then you can use that to kind of remap and represent the lighting for your 3D object and creature and make sure that they will kind of match the environment and what is put on in life on the plate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, this is going to be a little silly. Have you animated any characters which does skating?
I have animated some character that do skating, but it be skateboarding or like inline skating, etc. Yeah, I think yeah, they did. That's like I said, I find it fun and dynamic, and I enjoy creating like the pose and movement of the character.
Uh huh.
And I use reference video and motion capture data to help me with the animation.
Oh, that's cool. Have you tried yourself doing any of those skateboarding thing?
No, I try to put my son on
Oh,
it, but I think yeah, I start to be a bit too old for that. I'm scared toward myself.
oh, okay. That's awesome, sir. Cool. Like if someone like me consider, probably I could be a good example. Like if want to come back into animation field, like I left my job in 28. I mean 2008, and I never got back into animation field. So there's
Hmm.
I later got into casino gaming and got into photography and YouTube content creation. So if someone is like me, like who want to step back into animation field, like what is the kind of knowledge that he needs to prepare himself to get back into animation field? My expertise was in Maya Dynamics, by the way, but for
Hmm.
anyone else.
If someone has left the animation field like you
Mm-hmm.
and wanted to come back into the field, I think that the essential knowledge will be the fundamental of animation, such as the principle, the timing, the spacing, and the posing. I think that the software is not as important as the skill and the creativity. But some of the popular software that are used in the industry are like Maya, 3ds Max, Cinema 4D, Houdini, and Unreal Engine. So and into that you have many sub
Yeah, yeah.
specialties. Then after it's more about your mindset. Are you someone more technical, more artistic, more is yeah? Is that you
A
need to
showreel
find
can
your
help. Uh,
hmm?
do you have to do that person have to prepare a showreel again?
Sure. It's always better to craft some skill, then after put them together into a small reel and show for the professional to say, is it at the standard that you are looking for or not? It's always much helpful. Or it could also give you, but at least it give you clarity, and even if you don't arrive at the first time,
True, true.
does it mean that you cannot continue to push your skill and build a stronger reel and come back later?
Very thoughtful answer. Thank you, sir. So, do all companies you have any proprietary softwares for their projects, or like?
Um, for yeah for
Yeah,
the
as in like
yeah
Rhythm and
yeah
Hues had their own, and Sony had to develop something for Surf's Up, for creating waves, you know.
I think that the most animation studio have like proprietary software.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, at least some custom tool and plugin that
Mm-hmm.
are tailored for their specific need and workflow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that having proprietary software can give an edge and a uniqueness to the
Mm-hmm.
studio, but it can also be costly
Mm-hmm.
and difficult to maintain and update. And since I also reached the game industry,
Mm-hmm.
I see that a lot of the company that have before craft their own game engine now they are all kind of let it go to Unreal, to Unreal 5 because
Wow.
now they start to really offer a full, really advanced solution, and it start to be really stupid to try to reinvent the wheel and not taking the benefits of a huge community and everybody learning on the same foundation. So yeah, maybe it's better to invest on how to customize Unreal, adding plugin on top of it that maybe could fit some specific need more than going to the route of building everything from scratch and having to maintain everything. This is a huge investment.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So what I remember from Skyland is like Skyland was very organized project, as in like they had rigs ready for everything, from modeling to texture to props to visual effects even. Like I got to import into the shot and place it properly, render them, and composite and give it to the compositing people. We were using
Mm,
Ion Fusion before it became Blackmagic Design Fusion Studio
yeah,
now. So
yeah.
and to build such rigs, as in like you were working with Unreal now, but in general, so coding skills, are they important for people?
I think that having some coding skill is essential as a VFX artist, especially
Mm-hmm.
as it can help with creating script, expression, and shaders that
Mm-hmm.
can automate,
Mm-hmm.
optimize, and enhance the VFX process.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that some of the common language that are used in VFX are Python,
Mm-hmm.
C++,
Mm-hmm.
and GLSL.
Mm-hmm.
So this depends if you are, as I said before, you have different skill within the 3D industry. Some are more a bit technical and will require coding as a toolbox, and some are more artistic and will you will craft your art in a little different way.
Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's a learning for me because I never knew like I should be prepared for such things when I got into my industry. So it'll be helpful for people who are watching this video. Thank you so much. So, like, if you in the future, if you would like, would you be like to be a content creator, as in like a YouTube video creator?
It will be interesting of being a content creator in the future, as
That's
I think
awesome.
that it is a rewarding and fulfilling career.
Uh,
I enjoy creating and sharing my work with others, and I like to explore new idea and technique. So I think that being a content creator will also allow me to have like more freedom
mm-hmm.
and control over my project and to
Yeah.
express
True.
my vision and style. But yeah, I think it's a step that you need to
Yeah.
to take and would like take it 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. True. You will be streaming games on Twitch.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Cool. Cool. Who is your favorite person on Twitch? Do you follow anybody?
No, I don't follow. I'm not too much on Twitch.
Okay. Okay. No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Cool, cool. So this might be a silly one, and you might think like I've gone far ahead, but like keep it hypothetical. Say like if someday I make a movie, say like the creator, somebody with some ultra low budget comes up with a new idea with too much of CGI elements, will you be able to do a such movie project with forming a team?
Mm. My
Is that
seems
what you want to do in the future?
Maybe may seem odd and hypothetical. Say you make a movie someday.
Uh,
So if you approach me for doing some CGI shot, I think that I can assemble a team
mm-hmm,
and be able to handle such stuff. Say as in the movie The Creator,
mm-hmm,
I have some experience and
mm-hmm,
contact in the industry,
mm-hmm.
and I have some skill and knowledge in CGI. So I will need to know more detail about the project, such as the budget, the deadline, the scope, and the style before I can commit to it. But I will be interesting and exciting to work on
That's
it.
such a professional answer. Yes, everyone will need a storyboard, and all that. What's in it? It has to interest you, anyways. That's
Mm,
cool.
mm.
Speaking of contact, I could recollect one person, Mr. David Lewis from Skyland Project in DQ Entertainment. How is he? How is he doing?
He's actually married with a Vietnamese woman. If you
Oh,
with an Indian woman. Uh, I,
oh,
yes. I
that's
never
amazing.
baby a daughter recently, and he's
Oh,
I think he's still based in Canada,
oh,
working
cool,
from
cool.
movie, doing great.
Oh,
And his wife is a Netflix artist also.
that's awesome, sir. That's awesome. You
Mm,
endorsed me on LinkedIn about my work, and he forwarded my work on an email and appreciated me back then. So it's a good memory for me. Like you
mm.
really were encouraging people everywhere. So thank you. So moving on to the next question, as in like, Would you, what kind of computer configuration would you recommend for a content creator?
I mean, I can recommend it's depending on your budget, but I can recommend a good computer configuration for content creator depending on the type and the quality of the content
Mm-hmm.
and the budget. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, if the content creator is a 3D animator,
Mm-hmm.
I will suggest a configuration like this, like a CPU, like an Intel Core i9 or AMD Ryzen 9 5900X,
Mm-hmm.
something like a bit beefy. For the GPU, maybe an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 or Radeon RX 69, 6900
Mm-hmm.
XT.
Mm-hmm.
For the RAM, maybe a minimum of 64 GB of RAM,
Mm-hmm.
an SSD 2 terabytes to run Windows,
Mm-hmm.
and a monitor of maybe 27 inch if possible, 4K
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
IPS.
Color correction is important. Color calibrated monitor is important.
Sure,
Uh,
sure, sure. But you need to be as close as how it will be reflected on people computers
mm,
when they
mm,
will watch
mm,
that on their phone or on their computer.
mm. Liquid cooling or air cooling?
It depends. It's a bit of complexities. Both are working. It's more like an aesthetic choice.
Okay.
Liquid cooling are more for performance, but it's also a
Okay.
bit more tedious to put in place.
Uh-huh. Good, good. Sure. What do you think about online companies that offer stock footages, stock images, and 3D models ready for you to buy and use, like Tabok Squid or something, and plugins and extra, etc. Everything ready, like say it for Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro or Adobe
Mm.
Photoshop, like online scripts, JavaScripts for you to automate stuff, and many other things that are available readily. What do you think about that? Would you recommend anything?
I think that online company that offer stock footage, image, 3D model,
Mm-hmm.
effect for editing software,
Mm-hmm.
plugin, etc., are very useful and helpful for content creator as they can save a lot of time and
Yeah.
resources
Mm-hmm.
and provide a lot of variety and quality. So I use some of them for my project, and I can recommend some online source such as Invato Element.
Mm-hmm.
This is a subscription-based service that offers unlimited download for stock video, photo, music, sound effect, graphic, font,
Yeah.
and more.
Mm-hmm.
You have, you name it, Turbo Squid.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a marketplace that offers a large collection of 3D model, texture, and material for
Mm-hmm.
various category and format.
Mm-hmm.
You have Video Copilot.
Mm-hmm.
This is a website that offers a lot of tutorial, plugin, and
Yeah, Andrew
preset
Kramer. Yeah.
for After Effects and other software for creating amazing effects and motion graphic.
Mm-hmm.
And you have also ArtStation.
Mm-hmm.
This is also a platform that showcases the work of artists and designer,
Mm-hmm.
and also offer a marketplace for selling and buying digital assets such as 3D model, brushes, and courses.
Mm. Awesome. Thank you so much. If you can provide me such those links, it will be more helpful after this
Mhm.
session. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, can you talk about copyrights in VFX content?
I can talk a bit about copyright for VFX content, but I'm not a legal expert,
Oh, okay.
so I cannot give any definitive and authoritative advice.
Mm-hmm.
I can only share some general and common sense guidelines, such as always respect the original creator and owner of the content
Mm-hmm.
that you use or reference,
Mm-hmm.
and give proper credit and attribution.
Mm-hmm.
And after is when you expose yourself to AI, and I think we are still trying to solve the fact of not being just like a thief of other artists' work without
Yeah.
rewarding them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to be super careful and maybe taking the route of make your own training model
Mm.
and train a model with your own data. So
Mm.
then you can use all the benefit of AI
Mm.
without hurting like any copyright issue.
Mm. So, in photography or photography files, raw files, you might find the EXIF data, metadata. Like, is there any possibility like I can put a metadata to my showreel saying my name, I am the artist and where I come from, like anything. Do you do that? Do you check for the reels, the originality of the content, the whatever reels that you see from the people who are interviewing?
Which type of reel I receive for interview?
No, I'm just saying, genuinely asking, like, if the reel is like, I worked in Skyland. There are so are many people, so I say these are my shots, and like I might not have done those shots myself.
Uh,
Yeah, like and
I mean, this industry is quite small. I mean, you could maybe
mm,
bluff few people saying and attributes job that work that you didn't do, but I mean, the community is small enough to
uh,
someone know
yeah,
who really did it.
yeah, yeah.
So at some point, if yeah, that's not really the route
So
that
the
you should
metadata is
take.
not a big deal then. They know everybody. Cool. So, but the stage is yours. I had a wonderful time talking to you. You can deliver a message to our audience, whatever that is there in your mind. Like you want to tell to your future generation, like even to your son, like if he's going to watch this video when you grow up, you know, like what do you want to tell?
That's funny because even my son tell me how he would like to he like also to watch those video and told me I would like to become content creator,
Uh huh.
but yeah, I think first you need to. I mean, maybe young generation can see the fame and maybe the money and
Mm,
the.
mm.
But I think the most important is to find what is within you that is unique and that you can craft at a point that is inspire other uh, and yeah, people feel that rewarding to watch you doing performing your skill and that's I think the main focus is crafting the skill and enjoy like enjoy it and then share that joy with others and that could be in many fields we have now people love cooking video like like skateboarding like paint art abstract painting many different things different field that we develop can become an art and people are always amazed by art so just make sure that what you want to do become an art and become an interest for other people then you bring something for the community then the value is there and then when you have value then the rest will follow and don't just think about fame and money at first.
That's amazing message, sir. That's a wonderful message, actually. You should love what you do. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, you need to thinking long term. Huh? We have one life, and if you are committed to do something every day,
Yeah.
you better love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Sure. This is an amazing interaction. I'm very, very grateful to you for making this happen in such a short notice. Like, but I,
Thanks a lot for
I spoke to
proposing.
you on Thursday evening, and this is happening on Saturday evening. This is
Yeah, yeah,
amazing. And
done.
yeah, you are the down to earth person I've ever known. Like 20 years of experience in the industry, and you're cool, so cool. Thank you so much. So, and
That was
awesome.
this was my pleasure. Yeah, I
Pleasure
hope
talking
that
to you.
it's talked to a lot of people and that they maybe will be inspired to. I don't know. The future of our job is kind of jeopardized and may suffer transformation and
Yeah,
certainly. I mean, any transformation may be painful, like a snake losing the skin.
true.
Seems like he's dying, but at the end something new will reborn. I believe, but yeah, we don't know yet. But
Awesome.
yeah, I hope that people will take this route and more cool stuff are coming.
Cool, cool. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Christian.